Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our online viewers. We're here for the semi-final with the rivalry game. Safe to say it's a rivalry game. Versus the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles versus the North Bears. I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, Callum. Callum, how you going?
Good, mate, Tim. How are you?
Mate, I'm fantastic. I'm hyped. I'm revved up for this game. This is what it's all about. I know they've all come to watch their own teams from their own venues, but they're probably staying to watch this one. It's probably the big one.
For sure, yeah. These next two games, I think, are going to be real barn burners. Like, such a tight competition in the Champ Men this year. One win between first and fourth. It's really, like, any of these four teams on their night, I think, could take it all out. So, yeah, looking forward to a really good match in the North Shore Derby tonight.
So we had Manly finish on top of the ladder in the regular season, as I'm sure all of our avid followers will know. But during the regular season, Norths actually took out both games, away and at home, and I was there for both. Not that I wanted to watch when I was there, but the first game, Kevin White going off his tree with 7 or 8 threes, it still didn't matter. Norths were down a bunch to start the game and came back. So, look, I think Manly probably going into this, maybe a little bit in the back of their minds about beating Norths, but, you know, all these things go out the door when it's a semi-final.
Correct, yeah. We won't say bogey team because I feel like Manly won't want that over their head, and I think they could definitely got the talent to set the record straight tonight. Obviously, Norths are always here in finals weekend. Manly, you could pretty much say the same about in the men's division. So, two real powerhouses of this competition, and I think both will want it as much as ever tonight. So, that should be.
So, Callum, who are your X factors for the Norths team, mate? If you had to give some X factors, mate, who's the dark horse to come through?
Just their shooters in general, like Smith Hyde can light it up. Obviously, Nick Blair has been lighting it up forever in this league. Anatoly Bose, who was probably unlucky not to be MVP, he would have been a close second, I would say, in the league. He's obviously a class player in this match. So like, those three guys, I think, scoring-wise, are definitely the key for North, I expect. And yeah, obviously Manly, I'll throw that over to you, mate, your forte. But there's obviously some clear highlight players out there for the Sea Eagles.
Yeah, obviously you've got the steady brothers coming through. Not maybe the Bulgins at the moment, my good friends, and if their mum's listening, she'll hate me for that comment. But Steve and Kevo, and obviously Kevo was your 2019 Waratah men's MVP this year, maybe to the surprise of some people. But when he's on the court, he does what he does. He's signed with the Adelaide 36ers this year with Joey Wright, which is exciting for him. So he'll be moving down to Adelaide with his family soon. But definitely those two. And then I see the X factor as being number 11, Kyle Painter. Yep. When he's effective around the ring, Manly can be really, really hard to stop. Yep. And then one of the shiftier players on the team, Dan Pitcher, as I like to say. So he can really get left and right and really cause some grief for the defence. So should be a fantastic game, and we're getting the boys underway now.
So starters for Norths, obviously. We've got James McCann, Nick Blair,
Mike Golding, Anatoly Bose, and Lyndon Smith Hyde. For Manly, we've got Dan Pitcher, Stephen White, Kyle Painter, Keegan Richmond, and Kevin White. About to get the jump up. Let's get the party started. All right, mate, quick tip. What do you got?
I'm going to say triple overtime.
Wow. And who's winning?
Manly by 1.
Manly by 1. Going Manly by 7 because of free throws at the end here.
In regular time.
This isn't going to be a blowout. Steve White in the post with the ball. Great feed down low there, taking advantage of his size and his strength.
McCann, the organiser for Norths. Really good in the half court, this team. And a bit of flex action. Anatoly.
Good defensive possession there by Manly, staying down on the ground, especially in that switch here with Cole on the guard. It's going to be interesting to see what each team does here on their ball screens. I know Manly have struggled guarding Norths in the half court a lot, so they'll probably try to push the tempo.
Yep.
And Norths is generally got a lot of length and a lot of quickness on the perimeter, so they're able to kind of switch and get through most things.
Yeah, I think that'd be a key for Manly. If you can speed the game up, take the ball out of McCann's hands, and make them play quicker. I think that North's playing so methodical and like to get into their stuff. I think that could be a real key for Manly here.
We just saw Kevin White jack up a 3 before. Expect to see a fair bit of that, folks. He's probably averaging about 15 threes a game. I haven't looked at the stats, but it's safe to say.
First 3 attempt for Norths goes down. Nick Blair.
Early foul there on Mike Golding. Mike, one of the stalwarts of the North's defence, really versatile player, crashes the glass. Actually a 3-on-3. I'm going to say 3-on-3 professional, if nobody knew. He's been around the world, Callan. He's been to Spain, Switzerland.
Okay.
I know because I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Mate, he's played in some big tournaments. So
do you know his handle off the cuff? Give him a shout out. Gain him some followers.
Probably at Pickle. I'll just call him Pickle.
Okay.
They won't be at Pickle. Don't search that, folks, at home. But I'm sure if you type Mike Golding, something will come up. Bit nervous at the line there from Keegan Richmond. Coming out in their 1-2-2 to try to take some time off the clock here, Manly.
Disruption.
Totally nice little shifty move. Unable to finish there. Manly pushing the ball here. Steve, the truck down the lane.
He wants it.
No hesitation from Dan Pitcher, looking to get it up.
He's just so wiry. He looks like a nightmare to guard. Every time I watch him play, I just think, just his length, and he's got a deceptively quick first step. I know he gave the Mustangs headaches when I've seen him play against them this year. He was just a tough matchup. We couldn't seem to get anyone to sort of stop him.
You know, it was a while ago, but you don't fall into the NBL Rookie of the Year. It's not something you fall into. Correct. So I think you probably carry a bit of that through, and, you know, probably not the player he was back then potentially, but you don't lose some of that savviness, and you probably gain a little bit of that as you move on too. So who's going to guard him, you know, late into the game, whether it's Kyle, whether it's Kevo, whether it's Keegan Richmond, it'll be interesting to see. Keegan Richmond with the O board. Another player who just does his job for Manly. Not a big scorer, not going to pick up 20 points, but on the boards, defensive toughness. Great kick out for Pity for 3. Good look there by Manly.
Good patience. Looks like they're, to answer your question on the ball screen, looks like they're hedging on Kev. Just a bit of a soft hedge.
And, you know, Kevin's experienced enough to probably deal with that, soft hedge for sure. But I think it's going to come down to those other players going to hit those shots if they're stopping him from just pulling the trigger when he comes off the ball screen. North's the inbound, 18 seconds on the shot clock here.
Shooter.
Off the backboard there, maybe a little bit of nerves, but expect those to calm down and got to keep carrying a hand on him regardless. Oh.
Throwback throw in on the on ball. It's picked off by North.
Probably just needed a bounce pass from Steve there. Good find by Nick Blair. Again,
He started the game really strong, Nick. Drained a triple, nice little assist there.
Mike Golding just always lurking in the hot spots. Always knows where to be. Showing a bit of face guard pressure here, North. Back into their ball screen motion here, Manly. Good hands by Mike Golding there. Staying straight up when Kyle brought the ball down, really getting his hands in there.
Wants it again.
Not going to lose his confidence.
Nice.
Kevin White bringing the ball for Manly here. Looks to push in transition.
Oh, Kevy. Good wall up from Bose.
Manly ball on the baseline. 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Maybe a bit of a nervy start from both teams, mate. Just trying to get a sense of the game a little bit here. That'll ease the nerves.
He's looking pretty confident. And look, when Steve starts hitting from deep, he's an issue. And he's an issue because he's built like a truck. And not that I could guard anyone anyway, but when I did used to have to guard him 20 years ago at ABA practice, I used to hate it.
Yeah.
Because he's going right. You know he's going right.
Gosh, you look good for your age, mate.
I appreciate that, mate. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm probably a bit of a hyperbole there, but that's all right. But he can just be hard to stop. He just gets so low. And, you know, it's funny, like him and Nick Blair, like pretty similar kind of players. Nick Blair's a little bit more shifty, maybe able to create space off the dribble a little bit better. I think we have the foul on.
That was on
Steve.
Yeah,
Steve with the reach in there. Maybe he didn't need that. Good job by Kyle to stop the AM one. Mike Golding at the line for 2. Unlucky on the first one, bouncing up. We're not going to say he's going to make or miss because we know how the commentators curse works because I've done that before, so who knows what's going to happen here, folks.
Good hustle here.
Getting on the ground.
The truck picks it up.
Good feed down low, great kick out. And you know what? If you're North there, like you'll kind of give that one up.
Yeah.
And if Pekin can knock that down, then you got all guns blazing for Manly at the moment. 9-7 to Manly here, folks. We're nearly halfway through the first quarter.
Nice dish.
Falling
nice
asleep.
Golding. Big board.
Real unlucky not to pick up a 2 there. Mike Golding snuck underneath Kyle as he was ball watching a little bit, but Manly escapes.
Nice to see the refs so far letting them play a bit.
Yeah, loving it. They're doing a great job. Everything a little bit long from everyone here at the moment.
Yep. McKean will try and get him organised here. Straight in the middle on ball. Oh, that's tough to guard when he rolls that hard.
Yeah.
Can't get anything to drop. Blair, will drop.
Look, when you give him 25 opportunities,
Yeah.
someone's going to knock one down. Unfortunately for Manly, it falls in Nick Blair's hands, and he's a guy you really don't want to get going because, pity there, probably unnecessary, but, you know, good job by James McCann to take away his time and space.
That's what he does. Smart player. Knows how to niggle.
Veteran move. Checking into the game at the moment, we have Cooper Wilkes of Manly and Jake Brady. North still rolling with their starters well into the first quarter.
Good ball movement. It's good execution from North there. Bose gets one. It's an early timeout called here. Coach Kerwin.
Caught on the slip, Kevin. Couldn't get back. Great baseline spin by Tolley. Easy reverse layup. We've got North 12-9. 4 minutes 21 to go.
Yeah. So Basketball New South Wales would like to thank their official partners: New South Wales Office of Sport, Spalding, Carney Sports Marketing, PCYC, Cedar College, New South Wales, Sydney Kings, Sydney Uni Flames, and Allied Couriers.
So anything into the game this early, mate? Reading anything in or just taking it as it goes so far?
I think so far, I think both teams probably a little bit nervy. Like both teams have missed layups early on. I think they're both just sort of settling into the game. As expected from Norths, they want to get through their half-court stuff. They execute quite well when they're slowed down. When they're sped up, when Manly got into their little bit of disruption, I don't think that was a great possession for North. So I think if Manly can disrupt and take them out of what they want to run, I think that will hold them in good stead.
Yeah, I definitely think in terms of shot quality, North is taking the cake at the moment. I really think, they've missed a couple sitters, a couple great looks, a couple low boards. Manly maybe, a couple contested threes have fallen down. So, yeah, I've definitely got to give it to North coming out in this first sort of 6 minutes here. So, whether Nathan Cohen's giving him a bit of an earful to switch on a little bit more. We'll see as we come back out here. Again, substitution for North. Ben Knight coming into the game, seasoned veteran. I think he's played 3,500 NBL games. Something like that, right?
Something ridiculous.
Something ridiculous.
Kevy, the two guard, the brothers, inbounder and point guard.
Bringing the ball in the backcourt here. Little zipper cut for Jake Brady here.
Screen Wilkes.
And folks, that's what Jake Brady does. He will just shoot the ball. And if you ever played against him as a junior, he shot the ball then too. So to be honest, Callum, nothing's changed. He's still going to shoot the ball, mate. So again, he's another guy who you just don't want to leave just in case he hits a couple.
Fine. Ball movement, North. Totally with a floater. Early ball screen. It's under.
Great hands by Jimmy on the way down there.
A lot of contact.
North with a 3-on-2. Great hands by Cooper, running back in transition.
Good awareness there from Cooper.
Could get a mismatch at the front of the ring here.
There it is.
Good switch out. Way to get that down.
Benefits of having your coach on the floor. Nice
Cooper Wilkes. He's just a massive body. And if he can just keep his motor going, keep his engine going, he's really, really hard to stop. So
yeah, looks straight out of Rocky 4.
I haven't seen Rocky 4. Callum, but
Drago.
Drago going to take your word for it, mate. Good hands. I know he's looking to pull the trigger, and Kevin will be frustrated with himself there, just leaving the ball exposed for someone to get their hands on. So
Smith goes base. Block called.
Pushing call on Jake Brady.
Right.
Baseline ball North. We'll go 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Matt Johnson enters the game for North, as does Giles. Smith Hyde and McCann take a break. Good start for both those guys. McCann did a good job on Kevy in that first stint. Blair again.
Good find by Ben Knight on the shot fake.
Giles. Oh, just lay that up.
Yeah, probably lay that up. Take that to the ring there.
Good ball up from Johnson. Manly want a call. Ooh, no call on that. Good finish, Bose.
Really starting to find their groove here, North. And if you're Manly, you really got to try and get another quality look. Maybe look down at Cooper Wilkes on the block out of some movement. Get downhill if you're Kevin, try to get to the foul line. Jake Brady for 3 in the corner.
As a shooter.
Maybe don't want to help strong side there on that penetration. Kevin White really hasn't done too much yet. See if he can create something off the bounce. Manly switching to a 3-2 here, it looks like. That's what he does, folks. He's shifty. Long 2 for Nick Blair. 18-14 to North's. Minute 10 to go in the first quarter. Tough shot contested there by Jake Brady. Probably not what the Sea Eagles wanted. Yeah. Maybe a little bit too much standing around for them.
Yeah.
They need to get the ball moving, start getting to the rack. Yeah. They're doing a good job at penetration, so they need to keep putting pressure on the North's defense.
Yeah. I don't think the ball got below the foul line that whole possession. Giles, no good. Kevin with the board.
Good one-on-one D by Jake Brady in the low block there. Kevin White from deep. No good.
Maybe a bit of a frustration shot.
Trying to get himself going offensively. 5-second difference in the shot clock for Norths here.
Good find.
Oh, big time O board. This could lead.
Coach Knight on the buzzer.
Oh, they've called a foul.
Yep.
Got to finish the box out. Got to finish the possession. Tom Giles, tough look. Great job to kick it back out. And then Benny Knight, savvy veteran, had to get it off the glass, didn't he, really?
He did.
He did that on purpose for sure.
Yeah.
He's got 6'7" Cooper Wilkes running out at him.
Good from the stripe.
Kevin White with the long bomb. Couldn't have been that close. The crowd didn't go, ooh. 19-16 to Norths. I think almost feels like they should be up more than 3, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Manly were probably content to only be down 3, and perhaps it was a scoreboard error. It's actually 7.
It's actually 7.
Yeah.
So that'll get you every time.
Yeah.
You know when you go in, you're down 3 and then you're down 7?
Quite a swing.
That's a
big
massive swing.
I think 2 of... don't want to go into too much detail. I'd say 2 of Norths had gone to Manly, so a 4-point swing. So yeah, that's a lead that Norths probably deserve, to be honest.
Yep, that's it. That's it. So what do you think Manly's got to do to maybe get some of the momentum going back in their favour?
I think they need to look to push the tempo. Norths have proven to be really good in the half court defensively so far. Manly are looking to struggle to get much out of their half court offense at the moment. They probably need to get some more post touches. Wilkes looked pretty good when he got that one touch down there. They probably need to look to get a bit more penetration or a little bit more inside. But if they can look to run on Norths a little bit more, I think that will create some more opportunities for them.
100%. Look, I really think they've got to get Norths on some long closeouts. Like you said, where Norths is able to set up, hard show, sort of tag everything and talk heaps. Not really much going on for Manly. They've ended up with 3 contested threes that have gone in right now.
Yeah.
They've given up maybe 5 offensive rebounds.
Yep.
Callum, I'm not sure if we're getting the stat sheet.
I don't think we will.
We might be.
We might need to get the live stats up.
We'll get the live stats up, folks. I know you're sitting here going, where's the stats? So bear with us. Basketball New South Wales is excited to announce the continuation of the Sydney Kings HSC program for 2020, which is delivered in partnership with Cedar College and the Sydney Kings. The program is aimed at years 11 and 12 students, providing them with the opportunity to complete their HSC studies within sport and community settings. To learn more, visit www.cedarcollege, that's SEDA college.nsw.edu.au. Fantastic opportunity if you are a Year 11 or Year 12 student and you want to get involved.
The stats are coming, viewers. I think Nick Blair will definitely be the leading scorer. Yeah. So for Manly, Steve White's 5 points. Pitcher 3. Leading scorers for North, we got Nick Blair with 8. Anatoly with 6. Both played a full 10-minute quarter.
North's to inbound, start of the second quarter. 21-14 going in here. North's coming out of a horn set to start the first possession. Way too easy there. Way too easy. Great drop off by Tommy Giles. 23-14. North's come out, trying to slow down, kill a bit of clock here. Jake Brady, another triple. That is a great sign for Manly. Anytime you can break or get a quick score in a 1-2-2, it's really, really, really degrading. And that's probably a shot if that misses your Norths and you'll say, you know what, we're happy with that quick shot. We don't want them to run their O, but when it goes in, really, really frustrating.
Yeah. I don't think Norths need to change too much defensively from what they were doing in the first half, to be honest. If anything, giving up some open shots was something they didn't do a very good job of. Manly didn't do a very good job of getting many open looks in that first half, to be honest. So if we get a bit loose in this zone press, it looks like they're a bit tighter now. Looks like they're dropping back into a 2-3. Oh, the big fella.
A lot of contact the refs are letting go at the moment.
Yeah. We get the
I
over
think
the
they're
back.
going to call that on Mike Golding with the hold. Mike Golding with the push.
Wow.
Baseline ball, Manly. Good
They're
fight by
certainly-
Cooper there. Unlucky to finish the basket inside.
Certainly letting him play. Sub.
Anatoly Bose coming in for
Goulding, I think
Michael
that might be
Goulding.
his second foul.
They're Manly really hanging on by the 3 ball at the moment. They're 4 of 11. 2 or 6 from inside the paint. So they've shot just about twice. Oh, the same play Manly's been running
Brady.
for 40 years.
And
Brady for 3. I will happily say I don't know how teams still get done by that. So if you're watching that play, they just leave someone in the corner. Fake that back cut there. And look, it's been working, so why not keep rolling with it? 5 threes for Manly now. 15 of their 20 points from outside.
interesting, both coaches are now on the floor for North. Bose with the
Good strong finish by Anatoly through the reach in there.
He holds his guys accountable, doesn't he? Like, as soon as someone misses their defensive assignment, he's all over them like a rash.
Yep.
But it looks like Jimmy McCann's in the hot seat. A few vocal Manly supporters. Would it be your mates, Tim, to our right?
No, that's definitely my mates, yeah. Yeah, not worth too much, but that's all right. They're doing all right down there.
Pretty good D again there from North. They've done a good job on ball screens, really. Like, Manly have not got much out of that at all.
Well, you've got me looking like I don't know what I'm talking about, because I've said Stephen White is going to be the factor. He's doing okay with 5. Kevin White's 0-4 at the moment with 2 turnovers. So, look, I guess like we said, they may be lucky to only be down 5 there, and their 3 ball's really keeping him in this game.
Yeah.
Kale Bolgen matching up on Tolley here.
Oh, enough for ball call.
I think that's going to be a hold off the ball on Stephen White. I think they
seconds.
must have seen him holding Anatoly cutting to the ring.
Interesting call, but
12 seconds on the shot clock here. Trying to take advantage of his size inside. Tolley.
can't get the job.
Look, they're calling it both ways. They're calling the hands in when guys are reaching in. So
they might have. There was a lot of contact in the first quarter. Probably not called. It looks like they're tightening it up a little bit with the whistle in this last couple of minutes.
still in there. 1-2-2 here, North.
Not leave Brady too open.
Well, they've done it again, and he is now 4 of 6, I'm going to say.
Jimmy McCann wants a timeout.
He wants a timeout. Brady has 12 points, 4 of 6 from downtown.
He's really keeping Manly in it.
His shoulders are getting sore from carrying the team at the moment.
Just a shout out to CSM, the official apparel supplier to BNSW.
Don't forget to get your CSM gear online, folks. The state championship gear and the Waratah weekend finals gear online. Got some fantastic stuff online, so be sure to go and check it out.
Yeah, so we've got state champs coming up in 2 weeks' time. They've got the 16s and 18s here at this stadium at Terrigal.
You coaching there, mate? Or?
Yeah, 14s. So
Love it.
14 boys.
Love it.
Shout out to my Maitland Mustangs 14 boys. We actually have a playoff game at Niagara Park tomorrow to make nationals against Penrith. So
to make under 14s club nationals.
Yeah.
Wow.
So third versus third.
Tomorrow.
Game, tomorrow morning.
You all ready to roll for that?
We'll see.
How you been going against Penrith before?
Haven't played them well. Yeah, we haven't played them all year, so it'll be an interesting game. They'll be tough, I think, but yeah.
Just, mate,
if we
under
play
14s basketball, mate, the old pack line, pretend like we're playing a man.
Yeah.
Don't take my word for it. I've never done 14s in my life.
Just call switch on cutters. That's
Exactly, right? Yeah. I'm just bumping, sir. 25-23, 7 minutes 30 here. Manly come back out in there 3-2. Cooper Wilkes with the rejection.
Cooper Wilkes. Benny Knight.
Benny Knight for 3.
Oh, there's a bit chippy off it. Bit chippy between Wilkes.
Looks like we have a foul on Daniel Young, 32, with the hold on the rebound. These two will definitely go out of this game, so keep your eye on that.
Bit of something going on there. Got the White brothers in the inbound.
White brothers in the backcourt again. Kevin to start the offensive. Wouldn't be surprised if they get a rescreen for Brady off this. They're calling it tight, guys. They are calling it tight. So the players are going to...
I think there's nearly been more off-ball fouls.
They're going to have to adjust if they're calling these off-ball fouls, or we're going to have 3x3 at the end of this game.
Which could play right into Golding's
full
hands.
court, 3-on-3, 24-second shot clock. Let's see who's in shape. See if Kevo tries to get himself going here, one-on-one with Tolley in the short corner.
There he is.
He does. There he goes. He'll be happy with that, getting himself going. They're going to stay in there 3-2. No, they're back to a man, Manly.
Yep. Oh,
good strong finish by Tolley.
So hard to guard. Delay of game, technical?
They had a warning already, I think, maybe on Mike Golding earlier in the game, which...
That's on Coach Knight.
And that's on Coach Knight.
He won't want to get a bench tech then, I think, would be how that would work.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think you can get 5 technicals now. I think you get an unsportsmanlike on top of that.
Checks, 2 bench checks.
2 bench checks? Is that, if you get an unsportsmanlike
but I don't think that will count
at
as a
any
bench
time.
check. That's a player tech on him right now, obviously, as he's on the floor.
Yeah. So Kevin White at the line for the 1.
He's subbed himself out. Coach Knight.
Should be Manly ball, I think, at the opposite baseline.
Yes. New tech foul rules. The ball goes from where it was last in play. You don't get possession with a tech foul.
27-26. Good job bringing it back here from 7 at the start of the first quarter, Manly. Kevo's got a little bit of a groove going on potentially after he's made that shot. You know, expect Kevin and Anatoly guarding each other here to compete, but both want to be on the floor when the game matters. So Jake Brady for 3. Good effort there to get the ball. Expect them to maybe take it a little easy on each other so they don't pick up those fouls, especially with the way the game's being called. So unable to bring that in.
That's a positive turnover for McCann.
Catches it, it's probably a bucket.
Correct.
If he doesn't catch it, it's going out of bounds. That's all right. They can kind of set their stuff up here. So,
but it plays right into Manly. If you're Manly and you want to speed Norths up, take them out of their half-court offense. It's probably a good result for them.
Looking inside here at Cooper Wilkes. And they've counted the basket on the continuation there. Good, strong take by Cooper. He's mastered that 0 step, folks. If you see, he'll pick it up as he's taking that first step and then take 2 more, which allows him to finish. So
he gets Manly's noses in front.
Shooting
for the first time.
68.7% from the line this year, Cooper Wilkes. So we'll see if he can knock this one down. Manly takes the lead, 28-27. Basket is good. 1 shot from Cooper Wilkes.
Ooh.
He gets every single part of the rim.
Yes.
Every single part of the rim.
Goes around twice. And they're in their extended 1-2-2 this time.
Yep. Drop back to a 3-2 here. Back to a man.
Yep.
I expect Tolley to keep trying to take advantage of that height advantage and maybe strength advantage he has on Kale Bolton there.
It's a real hard matchup.
Yeah.
As a guard, trying to guard that is tough. He just uses so much length on his finish.
And that's not to rag on Kale. Kale's you know, a good defender. You know, he can't stop me in one-on-one, but he's still a great defender, can't believe it or not.
Understandable.
But, you know, Tolly's his arms, he can touch his knees standing up. So he can just elevate and get it over the top, and he's baited Kale into that. Leave the ground and finish right at the ring nice and strong. 29 all.
And he's quite crafty with his finishes. Like, you don't really know. He can go with both hands. He's got a lot of funky floater type finishes, so it's kind of hard to guard.
29 all, 5.5 minutes to go in the second quarter here, folks. We definitely have a game on our hands. They're going to keep looking inside.
Nice.
Great find.
Great.
Cooper Wilkes with the reverse jam.
He's juice.
He's letting Dan Young know about it on the way back down as well. Here we go. They switched the match up here, putting Steve on Tolly.
Good find.
Great skip find on Nick Blair. Unlucky to hit that shot.
It's good offense.
Caught sleeping on the help side there.
Oh, we've got a mismatch down low. McCann on Wilkes.
Great find. Great find.
Oh.
Great help. Weak side there by Tolly on the weak side.
Wow.
Norths are running a 2-on-5 break at the moment. Couple guys trailing, all trailing for that triple. Still looking at that same matchup there. Good hands, good hands.
He's really had
he's probably... Oh, and they called an unsportsmanlike there on Nick Blair. Steve White on the breakaway.
Wow. I think that's quite unlucky on Blair. I don't even think he had eyes on White. I think they just got tangled in each other. Smart play from Steve. Probably felt a little bit of a...
Probably sold it a little bit.
Yeah. When you know you're not going to get the ball.
That's exactly right.
Good gamesmanship. Feel a little bit for Nick Blair.
So have Stephen White at the line for 2. They'll get the ball back at halfway. I think with 14 left. Got all these shot clock rules now, Callum. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, they'll be different again next year anyway. So.
Actually? Oh, you just... I gotcha. I gotcha. Could have had me there. Could have said, yeah, I just advance it. Goes down to 4 seconds just to make it exciting. I would have believed you in a heartbeat. Steve White missing the first one. Short left. Knocking the second one down, nothing but net.
And we have a chance to make it a 2-possession game here, if they can get a score.
Have the phenomenal Tau boys doing their work on the floor there.
Great stuff, barefoot and all. Commitment. The board.
No reset here. Oh, maybe a little rush there by Kyle Painter. North's looking to push in trans. Again,
Fine.
it's what they're looking for.
Yep.
It's what they're looking for.
I want Tolly.
We've got the Manly fans being excitable on the sideline here.
Johnson subs back in for McCann.
Johnston returns for the Bears.
Oh, jeez. We did get a call. Eventually.
We did get a call. Might not have had vision on the baseline there.
The refs just acknowledge each other there with a little bit of a thanks, mate.
4 to sleep for 2 seconds there, and Steve, and he's able to pull through left and get to the foul line, see if he can knock down both. Stephen White in the All-Star 5 at the guard position this year, along with his brother Kevin White, who is at the forward spot. despite missing some games during the year, Kevin White, which I'm sure some people maybe had a question about, but no one doubting his ability to impact the game when he was indeed at the game.
Well, correct. And I think of the games he played, that was where Manly really put their stamp on the league. I don't know their record over that period, but I'm going to say it was something like 14-2 potentially.
Really got to work hard inside here. I think they can look to take advantage, but again, Mike Golding just a phenomenal job at being able to match up with bigger guys and be in stance. And, you know, kids, if you're watching at home, again, someone who just plays their role as Nick Blair gets to the foul line with a strong left-handed drive. And North's just hanging around. They've been able to survive this, I guess, mini run from Manly right now.
Yep. No, neither team really wants to give an inch.
Nick Blair at the line for 2. Unlucky on the first one, in and out. Most likely to knock the second one down. A very high percentage foul shooter, Nick Blair.
Just matching up full court.
Dan Pitcher with the handoff to Kevin White. Good hands by Tolley to just rattle them a little bit.
Good wall up from Golding.
Great wall up from Golding. Good hands by Tolley there. And again, they survive a great catch at the front of the ring. Good find.
Wow. And that could be
3.
Steve's third. And that is a tough,
Huge ball
for a third foul.
White will sit 2 Eagles players on 3 fouls. Doesn't want to risk a 4th.
3 fouls for Stephen White. Expect here North to try get a switch on maybe one of the smaller guards for Tolley down low and keep looking at it. They're getting some great looks ISO'd and then some great kickouts and penetration, and it's those O-boards and those drop-offs as well. They've got 6 offensive rebounds already.
That's Manly's 2 leading.
Another offensive rebound, so make that 7.
Manly's 2 leading scorers for the game, Steve and Brady, both on 3 fouls. Both out of the game at the moment. So
that's huge to see. You can step up. This is definitely when you want Dan Pitcher or Kevin White to get a good look here. And again, this ability to switch by
North.
Dan Pitcher with the rainbow, no good.
Tough shot.
Another contested 3. Pushing it in trans here. Travel called on Johnston.
Timeout.
Leading scorers for the game, folks, going with 2 minutes to go at halftime. We've got a 33-all game. We have Anatoly Bose on 13 points. He is 5 of 12 from the field with 7 rebounds. Nick Blair, 3 of 5 from the field, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 9 points. For Manly, we have Kevin White, 1 of 7, 3 points. Stephen White, 2 of 5 for 7 points. And then Jake Brady, 4 of 7 from deep. Hasn't stepped inside the 3-point line, I think it's safe to say, Callum. And he has 12.
Yeah. Well,
I'd love to see him keep throwing it into Cooper. He's 3 of 6. I can't even remember him taking 6 shots. I think he's just probably missed a bunch of his own boards, but
yeah,
every time he's caught the ball,
he's created, and even when he's drawing help, which is another thing, it can free Manly shooters up. I think the ball screen, they run a lot of ball screen, and I think Norths are covering that really well.
Yeah.
So potentially they might need to go for some other action as the game wears on. In saying that, when they got Wilson and Steve in the wing on ball, they made a pretty good play out of the pick and roll. So there's still opportunities there. They probably need to look downhill a little bit more and look for their roller a little bit more. It's just getting a bit lateral side to side at times.
So coming back out of Manly, we've got Dan Pitcher, Cole Painter, Keegan Richmond, Kevin White and Cale Bolgen.
For Norths, we've got Blair, Bowes, Smith-Hyde, Johnston and Golding.
And again, if you look at North's lineup here, like, you know, Bose could maybe argue he's a 2-guard.
Yeah.
And he's their 4 with Michael playing D at the 5 here. So, like we said, that versatility of causing a lot of grief and being able to be low. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Tough look for Kevin White there. Great job by Cale Bolgen, snaking in there and getting the board. Kevin for 3, looks short. Good tipping by Kyle Painter. 35-33 to Manly. It's that scramble. Again, they got Norths out of their set D. Maybe only by chance and hard work, but that's how they pick up the bucket.
Could be a good time to get Wilkes back into the game as Norths have got their smaller lineup out there. Especially if Bowes is occupied with Kev at the moment. Good D,
Tough
nearly.
shot.
Shot clock, yep.
Didn't hit the ring, it looks like. Shot clock violation. Into the game, we have the veteran Ben Knight checking back in and James McCann. Manly to inbound. 58 seconds left. Both teams in the bonus here.
Interesting to see what Manly will want to score this possession, obviously. Interesting to see what they go for offensively.
Bit of the fans with the bouncy ball on the floor here. Obviously, think it's half time. It's not quite half time yet, but it's good to know that the fans are excited.
Yeah. Healthy crowd. I think more people will start to roll in. Obviously, we've got the home team playing, and I believe Maitland are bringing a bus of supporters down as well, so we should get...
Maitland are bringing a bus of supporters. That'll be a rowdy bunch, won't it?
It will be a rowdy bunch, mate. So it should be on for young and old in the 7 o'clock game, but that will definitely fill out the crowd in the second half of this game as well, I believe. Kevy just can't get anything to drop at the moment.
Hands everywhere. Looks like we got North's basketball. 39 seconds left. Now, are they going to do the 2-for-1, mate?
You would think so.
Yep.
You would think so, especially in such a tight game.
He's probably going to go downhill here, right at Keegan. Good kick out.
Smith-Hyde for 3.
That's the look. Oh, that's a killer. Oh, they survived that. They survived that.
They
no
might
box
get a
out.
No, they won't.
No, it looks like they'll hold it. But it looks like
it.
Norths will have 3 to 4 seconds, depending what happens on this rebound here. Great find by Cale Bolgen in the corner. Dan Pitcher. Can't ask for much more. They should probably pull it out for 1 here at the moment.
2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Nick Blair's done a good job on Kevin White so far. Long heave from Linden.
Ooh, off the rim.
You just have a crack. You know, as long as you don't care about your stats, you have a crack and you never know. So we go into the half, 35-33 to Manly. With Manly in a little bit of foul trouble. Who we got our top scorers from Manly there, Callum?
Yeah, so we got Steve White, obviously out of the game at the moment on 3 fouls. And Brady as well on 3 with 12 points, and he's also out of the game on 3 fouls. So that's had a bit of an impact on Manly. Obviously, Kev White's struggling from the field at the moment, 1 of 10, but I expect those numbers to improve with a player of his class in the second half. For Norths, Tim, who we got?
We've got Anatoly still lurking at 5 of 12, 13 points. Nick Blair
boards.
still 9, not too much to change. Ben Knight 3, Dan Young 2, and then Mike Golding 2, along with Lyndon Smith and James McCann. So fairly balanced outside of Anatoly and Nick Blair. 9 offensive rebounds for Manly and 7 offensive rebounds for Norths.
Yep.
Fairly low in the turnover department for both teams,
teams
7
are,
and 6, so they're doing a pretty good job containing the ball. And
key stat, I think, we've got 18 points in the paint for Norths as opposed to 10 for Manly. And I think that's probably reflective in the shot selection as well. I just think North's been a little bit more patient, probably moving the ball a little bit better at the moment. while Manly have had to settle for a lot from deep. So,
And I think as a Manly fan, I'd be concerned that as you get a little bit tired throughout the game, maybe those ones don't go in.
yeah,
And you want to get the high percentage looks moving forward.
correct.
So, guys, Dream Hoops Round 2 has just opened. Dream Hoops is a program launched early this year to help kids in need while learning valuable life skills. So head on over to bnsw.com.au/dreamhoops to learn more. Round 2 funding closes on the 4th of October 2019. Get yourself some awesome gear. I know you get an awesome backpack. Get a fantastic grant. It's a fantastic program out there to support those kids who want to play basketball.
Sure, that's what it's all about, Tim. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back to call the action in the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the second half. 35-33. Yeah, that's low scoring, isn't it? I've just realised that, Colin.
Yes, it is. And I think both teams aren't shooting the ball at a sensational clip. I expect that, but both teams are playing pretty good half-court defense, to be fair. To be fair to the offense. Like, Manly is struggling to get a really good open look every possession. North's much the same. They're relying a lot on Bose to create, which he does do quite a good job of. But, yeah, I think both teams have really stifled each other's offenses, which has made it a grind. It's made it good for the coach's eye. Hopefully we start to see some shots falling to make it a bit prettier for the spectator's eye in the second half here.
I think one thing we can't blame is the basketball. The official Spalding Waratah League game ball is now available. The TF 1000. Visit Basketball New South Wales online store, www.bnsw.com.au, and grab yours if you don't have one already. We're 26 seconds away, plus the rest from tip-off. You still rolling with triple overtime, mate?
Well, I think that could be
You're
on.
not far off,
there's not
are
much. Really, neither team is giving an inch. What's the biggest lead we've probably had?
Mate, it'll be triple overtime. It'll be 84-81, triple overtime.
The second semi-final won't tip off to bloody 9 p.m.
Anyone you want to shout out, mate, before we start? Has anyone told you to shout him out? I know I've had a few. I'll just give a shout out to the Manly Director of Basketball, Dwayne Jordan. He was here earlier with his daughter Layla, but I think Layla's like 1, so she doesn't want to be at Central Coast for the whole 15 hours of the day. So I think he'll be watching at home. So Dwayne, I promise I'll give you a shout out, mate. There it is. Even if you're not watching at home, then
come down, make the trip,
mate. Do something.
Make the trip up tomorrow for the final.
Do something, honestly. So
make the trip up for the final.
So Steve's back on. He has 3 fouls here. I would be going right at him.
100%.
I don't want him to go right at him because I'm from Manly.
Who's he gonna match up against? Who can he protect him? McCann maybe?
Maybe McCann, a little bit more of a facilitator, and you don't. Nice little slip read there.
The ball's in his hands a lot,
the 3-man game. Exactly. You put him on
Smith
Hyde, and he's got to stay home.
Yeah.
Mike Golding crashes. You could pick up a cheapie. That's the thing about this level. Is
tough. And North's got so many guys that can get it done.
Good D by Tolley there. Kevin, one of something now. I know this much. Struggling a little bit from the field. So it looks like Steve's got Nick Blair. Got to be careful here and keeping his hands out on all these ball screens.
Knight will be working the refs over too to try and get him in.
Yeah, good box out by Pity. Good push in trans. Again, I haven't seen too much from Dan Pitcher at the moment. He's usually super aggressive in trans.
Good take. Unlucky
to get
can't roll. Story of the game.
And, he's right-handed all the way, but he's kind of mastered that.
It's pretty tidy.
To a certain point. I didn't go in, so I can't say he's mastered it, but he's pretty damn good at that right-handed finish on the left-hand side of the ring there.
Smith, Hyde.
Again, they get that post up against smaller guard, and that's just good basketball there.
Yeah. Great execution from North.
Manly losing side of the ball. We got 35 all. A bit anxious, the crowd here, I'd say. Great turnout from North.
It's good. Good to see.
Great turnout from Manly
as well. Good to see the Sydney fans travelling as well.
Kyle with the pull-up. Love to see that if you're Manly. Kyle Painter with the free throw line, Jay.
Puts Manly back on top.
Again, got to be careful here if you're Steve. Got to stay down. Looks like Kyle might have got a hand to it, but they've called a foul under the ring.
Just a lot of, dare I say, soft off-ball fouls at the moment, and I feel like the officials have done a really good job with officiating the match.
I would agree. But I would agree with that one too. Yeah, absolutely.
But I just think, they've probably picked up a couple off the ball that maybe haven't had a massive effect on the play.
I don't know if he was ever going to get that ball.
Okay.
Look,
square up.
Look, they're calling it both ways. I can't even complain.
I think that could be another bit of good gamesmanship from Steve there. Hitting the
Yeah,
deck.
look, I mean, if you look at him, he's easy to push over. He looks like a pushover from here, I know that. So, good little bit of banter between Nick Blair and Steve there. Steve saying, "Well, look at me, mate. I'm skinny like a stick.
Blair,
I got big. I've seen bigger shoulders on a snake than Steve White.
Blair could almost pass as the third White brother.
He could pass as the third White brother. They'd be mortified me saying that. Us saying that, they'd be mortified, the White family.
Oh, Jimmy's into him. That's got to be a call there, surely.
Great crash by Kyle Painter. Didn't touch the ring here.
Oh, great.
Oh, they let that one go.
Which is good for Manly.
Good running. Good job in trans by Smith Hyde there to get down the floor. Not sure what Manly's doing there. And I appreciate them letting that go on foul and Steve there, which not just because they're from Manly, but we want to see the best guys in the game as he pulls up from 3. 37 all here, maybe a little bit of a rush shot.
Yeah. I'd agree. The organiser McCann.
And I think Manly shot about 19 threes at the moment from the field. Nick Blair for 3. Again, I think Tolly's got to be up to about 10 rebounds right now. Already. So I don't know if he's going to miss 2 in a row. Oh, commentator's curse there. Sorry, guys.
That was a pass.
That was a pass. No one there to receive it, so North's got to switch on.
Kevin
Kevin
trying to
really
get himself.
There
he goes.
There he goes. Straight out of Adelaide, folks. Again, straight back to Tolley in the post. He's been doing a great job down here finding people. Oh,
yeah, they've doubled off.
Big time shot by Mike Golding.
One he had to make.
Long 2.
Otherwise,
again,
they'll continue to double both.
You'll take it if you're Manly, but at the same time, when it goes in, you don't want to take it.
Yeah, correct.
Great 45 dive there.
Lots of contact.
And they call
something on the floor.
I think we've got a foul on North here.
Smith Hyde? Yep.
Smith
Hyde. It's only his first.
You can't see if you're on this side of the camera. We've got a great VIP crew on the side here too. Mostly Central Coast folks, I'd say, so they probably reserve the VIP for themselves, but
yeah, probably.
What can you do?
I did see the boxes advertised through the week.
Yeah, it's their stadium, so they're allowed to do that.
There's a few reserved. 6 feet.
Yep, Greg Owens reserved that one from 6 to 8:30, so shout out Greg for reserving it.
Tamworth local.
Yeah, Tamworth local.
Yep.
Greggy, that's good to hear.
He's actually Kaz Irwin, the famous Kaz Irwin.
It's probably him right there, isn't it?
No.
That one right there, there you go.
Kaz Irwin? Kaz Irwin from Gosford?
Kaz Irwin from Gosford.
Brother.
Gotcha. Kaz and Greg, shout out.
You would have heard Kaz on commentary earlier today, I'm sure.
Oh. What they wanted, sloppy execution on the wing there.
Oh, nice ball movement, North.
Good look. Yep, that's
Building.
an easy 2. Easy 2. And again, look, like he's an X factor. He's doing a great job right now, Mike Golding, and he's always lurking in the right spots.
What is going on there? That looked a little bit exaggerated from Wilkes.
I think so, and I think if you're Nick Blair there, you've just got to make an effort to avoid it, and you could probably flip that call, or at least get a flop warning.
Correct.
But it looks like he maybe hasn't tried to avoid it at all.
And big foul. That's Blair's third
Blair's third. I think Ben's going to keep him in the game right now, and again, I'd be going at him. So again, Steve and Nick guarding each other right now. Here's a step-up screen by Cooper.
Nice. Flopping again.
Great D. He's at it again, the X Factor. And he finishes at the ring.
Nice Golding. He's been the difference.
He's hyped. He's come straight out of 3-on-3 into 5-on-5, and he's having no trouble, folks, as North takes the lead 43-40. And you just see size is not really an issue for him. Dan Pitcher from the corner for 3.
There it goes.
Here we go, Dan Pitcher.
This is a concern for North if Manly start hitting shots. That's really the way they'll get back in the game.
Ben
from
Knight
the 3-point line.
checks himself in here for Nick Blair with the 3 fouls. Manly family,
chant.
the Manly family up and at him from the bench there.
So the zipper cut to enter the offense.
Got to make sure you stay on the ground here if you're Manly. Steve's got to stay down and be careful. Great defense
Pretty good
there.
D from Steve.
Good crash. Again, front of the ring here. You want to get if you're Cooper Wilkes in transition.
Good ball pressure. Golding.
Kev
Kevin.
for three. Short on
Can't
the
get
ring.
it to
Looks
go.
straight. Big time rebound by Keegan.
Just can't pull it in.
Okay, here we go. Norths with a.
Oh.
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 Uh-oh.
Oh, it's all happening.
They've called that foul on Ben Knight in transition.
He's quick to hit the deck, Big Wilkes, isn't he?
He's a salesman.
Yes.
He's
No
a
comment.
salesman, you
No
know?
comment. Yeah.
But he's done a good job selling it. That's
He
what I'm
has.
gonna
He
say.
has. He hasn't.
You know?
I don't think he's even had a flop warning. So, and there's been contact.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean-
yeah. Why not?
And folks, you can't see at home, I'm wearing my Manly shirt commentating. You got your Mustang shirt on there after this.
Yeah. And Norths kind of look like the Mustangs now.
They do look like the Mustangs
They've got
too.
the patented black, red, and white on.
Yep. Again, Cooper at the front of the ring here.
Ooh.
Really like to see Dan Pitcher take that all the way to the ring, or
Yeah.
even Keegan on that kick out there. Not a bad look, but put some pressure on Norths at the front of the ring. Really just nothing given here for
McCann goes
nice
back. There you
little
go.
pull-up by Jimmy McCann there. He's kind of going that the whole time there.
He's trying to lift his team too.
Decent job by Dan Pitcher to stay in front, but he just elevated over the top. Good slip by Cooper to the front of the ring.
Valentoli there. Like, maybe his third as well.
Maybe his third.
Only his first. Wow.
Jake Brady checking back into the game. 4 of 7 from 3 at the moment. He's been sitting with 3 fouls. Has he cooled off? He's still blowing into his hands like he's a microwave. So we will see what's going on.
That's going to put Manly on the line. It's actually a 5-1 foul count against Norths here. I think that's a bit reflective, though. I think Manly are pushing the ball a little bit harder in transition now, definitely.
They've picked up some off-ball ones.
And they're just playing with a bit more pace overall.
Kevin White at line for 2. Again, Kevin will be at the Adelaide 36ers this year after being at the Illawarra Hawks for the past 3 or 4 years, I think, and the Kings before that.
I thought he was really heart and soul for the Hawks. I know they think very highly of him down there in Illawarra, so obviously a bit of a loss for them, but Illawarra's loss, Adelaide's gain. The Hawks go quite a different route with LaMelo Ball and Aaron Brooks.
Look, mate, that's a no-brainer, that signing, because they went from 6,000 Instagram followers to 43,000 overnight. So, you know, for their brand, and especially they signed a deal with Slam.
Yeah.
As Ben Knight knocks down the wide open 2 from the foul line here. And Norths jumps back up by 2 points. Great
There
find.
it is. There he goes. Twice on that wing on ball.
I think he's going to dunk it when he's open, Cooper Wilkes.
Yeah.
And it is the slowest dunk you've ever seen, but he is going to dunk it. This I know. So smashes the 2 down. Good on-ball screen by Ben Knight there. He's got himself a mismatch at the front of the ring. And Manly's going to have to bring a double here.
Oh,
they've called a flop warning there.
Smith can't get it to go. He's struggled from 3 as well.
Yep. He is struggling from 3 at the moment.
Wilkes lining up screen here.
And he's got a mismatch on the wing there.
Oh,
wow. They called an offensive foul.
That's
Stephen
number 4
White there.
for
That is
Steve.
number 4.
He did make it 7 minutes 20. But tough goal. Pretty good defense.
47 all, 2 minutes 40 to go here, folks.
Something's
got to give.
It's a real arm wrestle. This quarter, I think, has literally been basket for basket. I don't think
It's a classic war of attrition. 2003 Spurs versus the 2003 Pistons.
unbelievable.
It's
Who's the
just,
Pistons in this matchup?
It's a great point. Neither team resembles either of those teams. It's a terrible, terrible analogy.
I think it's just the North Shore Derby.
It's just the North Shore Derby.
At its best.
Need to just take it easy on the NBA comparisons over here.
Smith High goes,
Great
great
drop off.
pass. And a
great hands
bigger
by
block.
Cale. If you don't know Cale, he can actually touch his ankles standing up. So
Wow.
there's Dan Pitcher in transition.
There it is.
Oh, and they've called an unsportsmanlike
Wilkes.
on the board.
That's it. Oh, that's Young and Wilkes at it again. What a matchup that's been.
I mean,
Well, he has been in the thick of every little tussle,
you know,
but
okay.
you just want to let him play. I don't think there's... That's a semi-final. These guys have worked all year to get here.
I always think in that situation, and if anyone watched the under-19s, did you watch the under-19 girls?
Yeah.
Can it just be a normal foul?
Yeah.
Yeah? Can it just be a normal foul?
Yeah. Well, I don't even think... Can that just be a whistle and, like, come on,
Yeah.
boys, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it hasn't boiled over at all yet this
No,
game.
yeah.
And as we said,
And again,
we want to see passion.
They're doing a fantastic job.
Correct. We
Um,
got
look,
a few hundred people here. They want to see some passion.
Yeah.
You know.
(49-47), 14 on the shot clock for Norths here. Manly up by 2 after those 2 missed foul shots.
Oh,
good job by Kyle Painter to get out of the way of that
Yeah.
one. Kevin White bringing the ball at the floor.
smart play.
Manly can, I'm going to say, take the biggest lead in a while with a basket here, and that might be 4 or 5 points, and that's saying something. Dan Pitcher on the wing. Expect him to be doing his thing on the wing here.
Oh,
It's what he does, and if you look at him, you wouldn't even know he did it because he has the same face the whole game. So, big time pull up there off the dribble. Dan Schnitty for 3, minute 30 to go, and Manly takes a 5-0 lead. Again, high-low action here. Got to stay down on the ground. Manly can put some pressure with a basket in transition
for
here.
sure. Probably definitely their biggest lead of the match if they can score.
That is
Go
a
for it.
catch and shoot look by Dan
Heat
Pitcher.
check. Heat check.
Grimacing a little bit as if he maybe regrets taking that shot. Looking to put Kyle Painter in the ball screen here and take advantage of the switching from Manly.
Young's got a mismatch.
Yeah, unlucky. Just a little slide.
slipped,
Just a little slip. Not a bad move by any means. And again, you know, Lyndon Smith struggling a little bit at the moment, maybe, from the field.
Yeah, he really has struggled to inject himself.
He is the guy who's going to keep jacking it.
Correct.
So,
And that's his role in the team.
and that's his role in the team. So,
So
it's, you know, it's not someone who you want to just leave open and go, well, let's just let him shoot it because he hasn't hit one yet.
Anatoly re-enters
2 of
the
11,
game.
4 points. He is 0 of 6 from 3.
Giles and Johnston also in. 3 subs there for North.
51 seconds here. Roughly 2 shot clocks left. Just a rip through from Kyle off the catch. He catches Dan Young out of stance a little bit. He's going to the line for 2. Manly can look to go up 7 with these 2 foul shots.
Definitely. Manly definitely taking their biggest lead of the game at the moment. North did lead by 9 at 1 point in the second quarter.
Gets the friendly roll. I have to say, I do like these rings.
Terrigal.
Yeah. Yeah. They're soft.
Nice.
I'll say that.
Yep.
Knocks both down. Tolley pushes in trans. job from Manly here, causing a little bit of grief.
Really
Again,
good.
Ben Knight looked to steady the ship, unable to get it. Big rebound by Cale Bolgen, and they'll get the last shot.
Manly have really lifted their defense intensity in this last 5 minutes.
They're going to look to put Dan Young in the pick and roll here.
Kevy's got the mismatch.
And he hits the tough floater over the top of him.
And
Manly's going to go in up 10. That's got to be a
massive quarter.
Is that up 10? Up 8.
8.
Up 8. It's an 8-0 run.
Yeah.
Maybe 10-0 run if they were down 47-45, folks. We don't have that kind of statistician equipment here to show us that, but
Unfortunately not.
unfortunately not.
But yes, a really great defensive quarter from Manly as well. I think the fact they were able to get back-to-back stops, which gave them the opportunity to run, and they looked quite good in transition when they got Norths moving. It's actually a 9-point lead.
They've done all this with Steve White on the bench, and again, 2 big threes from Dan Pitcher.
Yeah.
Kyle Painter with a tip-in earlier in the quarter, followed by 2 steady free throws, and Kev's managed to get himself on the board. He's now shooting a blistering 2 of 14.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. So he's got 8.
That might actually bump up to 3 of 15 if we get a refresh. Yes,
3 of 15, there we go.
Even
So
better.
Anatoly Bo's still on 13 points, but he's still on 12 shots, so they haven't been able to get him the ball, or he's not being aggressive enough to get the ball.
I know he didn't have a shot that
No,
quarter.
I noticed Kev switched onto him and maybe being a little bit more physical, but I'd like to see him if you are North.
They have to.
They have to.
They have to.
They have to do something, don't
They're
they?
down 9. Obviously, Golding had a really strong quarter there. I think he might have had 6 or 8 points, which sort of gave them a bit of life. But yeah, they need to start. They need to start this quarter strong. Otherwise, with Manly's experience and the White brothers really charging their group around, I think it'd be tough to give up a big deficit, a double-figure deficit early in this quarter, and manage to drag it
back.
Yeah.
And I think if you look at it here, after the first quarter, which was 21-14 to North, we've had 42 to 26 since then. So, if you look at it across the whole game, it's consistent for Manly now moving forward. Just a quick shout out to our sponsors from Basketball New South Wales Office of Sport, Spalding, Carney Sports Marketing, PCYC, Cedar College, New South Wales, the Sydney Kings. Make sure you catch a Sydney Kings game this year. Big old Casper Ware coming to join the party with the Bogeyman, so that should be a great year.
Should be great.
The Sydney
NBL
Uni
season.
Flames starting their season soon as well, and then Allied Couriers, who are the fastest couriers, I think it's safe to say.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
If ever you need couriering done,
If you need
they're the couriers of choice.
If you need couriering done, then go Allied.
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
that's
That's their slogan.
That's it.
Yeah. I think
Oh,
that's-
actually? It is.
Yeah, it
You're
is.
right.
It is. I
It
think. I've
It
seen
is.
the
I'm
ads.
with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I've got to be the
Go
most
with that.
gullible person on air, and there's only 2 of us. Manly switching it up, coming out in a 3-2-1-2-2, something or other, just causing a bit of grief. Maybe to throw off the timeout chat. They get a long 2. You want to make that a 3, and Manly has a little bit of an advantage in transition. You got Kevin and Jake Brady trailing. Good job by North to slow the penetration. 17 seconds on the shot clock.
Manly start the quarter.
Again, they're going to do the same thing and put Dan Young in the pick and roll here.
Slips it.
Kevin White getting away with a carry, I think, there, but that's all right. We'll take it. Dan Pitcher,
Tough.
very tough shot. Great D by
Good
Tom
D from
Giles.
North there.
And if
And that's
you're
when-
Norths here, you got to get yourself a bucket here. That's great D, but you don't want to be
It's
dodging
been dry
bullets
for a while.
for the next 3 or 4 positions.
Nice backdoor cut. Good pass.
Unlucky to maybe not even get a foul call there, but Mike Golding is keeping this team on his back at the moment.
Good
And he's
find.
doing it. He's probably taken 2 dribbles. I'm not saying he's Klay Thompson.
No.
We know, well, I know he can't shoot because I know him personally.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then again, just moving off the ball. Shifty pity there.
Nice.
It's what he does. He's just, side to side, currently at the University of New Brunswick in Canada.
Okay.
Oh, Manly, a
Oh,
little bit of an error there. And they dodge a massive bullet. And that's Anatoly's first shot off his own board in since as far back as I can remember in the first or second quarter. So
since the sun was up.
They're just doing the same thing, trying to get that mismatch that they want in the pick and roll.
Nice find.
And they get it again.
They're getting them in the roll now. Like they've persisted with the ball screen, but the roller is where it is at.
So while we're shooting these free throws, mate, I mean, you got your group up next. How you feeling about that?
Very nervous / excited for the Stingers. It's our first finals weekend in 8 years.
Has Kyle Painter knocked the first one?
Yeah, last time we were here, we made the Grandy against, I'm going to say, Manly?
At Newcastle.
At Newcastle,
yeah. I remember. I was a heckling pest on the sideline to Scott McGregor
Massive
and Butch
crowd.
Hayes.
Yeah, Scott McGregor,
crowd.
Butch Hayes.
Ben Arkell, 2 free throws line. Shout out Benny Arkell if you're watching. I remember there, I was sitting there. I remember I said, mate, you've got them before, and you listened to me, so good on you.
Yeah.
Anatoly, good job getting inside. Great D by Kevin White. Another big-time board. Manly just grinding it out here. All with Stephen White on the bench. Again, they're just attacking the ball screen. Dan Pitcher for 3.
Big shot.
And Dan Pitcher is going.
He has been the difference in this second half.
Straight out of Wheeler Heights. He is balling at the moment.
You called him the X Factor in the pre-game.
I did, and he was asleep in the first quarter as no backside help. A nice finish by Dan Young there.
Norths need to lift the defense.
Need to lift and string a couple stops together, and they are really struggling on this ball screen.
Good deny from Golding. It's dead ball.
Really putting some pressure on Kevin White here as they're doing the same thing over and over again. Cale Bolgen for 3, short. Good job by North there. Good rotation down to the baseline by Tommy Giles. A 3, they would love a triple here. Expect Holly to look at this matchup here.
No, they just
go straight into Kevin White.
Matt Johnson. No good.
Again, they're getting a little stagnant, North. You know, that flow that they had. It's probably time to get maybe Nick Blair back in the game. Unless he's on and not blind. No, he's off.
No, they need Blair.
And then Jimmy McCann's coming back on too.
And probably Smith. I get their key guys back in now. This is their make or break. This is their season on the line. Big board from Terrigal native, Matt Johnson. Playing on his home court.
They're really trying to force feed Tolley at the moment. Don't need to gamble there. Great help side.
Good block.
Great help side by Cole Painter. He looks like he's a little bit gassed, so he's going to get a break.
He's been sensational this second half.
Yeah, he's done a great job as well, hasn't he? He was the other X Factor, wasn't he? Oh, I said that, didn't I?
No, you did. He was your X Factor. I think he was your X Factor.
I just realised I accidentally tooted my own trumpet, so I was going to say that you said that.
No. I think.
Okay.
I probably gave you credit where credit wasn't due.
There we go. Tolley gets himself going with a little hook over the smaller Cale Bolgen. Manly up 9, 6 minutes to go. Plenty of time for North. You've got to string a couple stops together. Try to slow this momentum that Manly still has, even after that basket. Oh dear, that's what you want. That's what you want. Pushing trans here.
Golding. Oh, great find.
Good finish.
Tolley on the reverse.
And Nathan Coe with a quick timeout. He's not having any of it.
Yep.
Back to 7.
Yeah, Norths make the mini run they needed. They were down 11 at one point there.
Much needed mini run. Again, shout out to the official ball. The TF 1000 leg of the Spalding Waratah League game ball now available. Visit Basketball New South Wales online, bnsw.com.au. Jump on the Facebook page, give the Facebook page a like. Follow Callum on Instagram.
Yeah. Sure. Probably don't, to be honest. If you want some real good content,
don't follow me on Instagram.
If you really,
I'll tell you that
throw
much.
Tim Hill a follow.
There's nothing going on there. I'll give you the hot tip.
5 minutes 40 to go, Tim.
5 minutes 40 to go. Get a little bit anxious here.
Yeah.
Myself.
He's a bit shifty. I know we haven't got camera on the commentary box, but he's up and down a lot here, Tim. He's quite nervous.
Yeah.
Obviously, part of the Manly family getting it done at the moment, but anything can happen.
Yeah, well, it's the last team
like
we've got. The Youth League girls went down this morning in 49-39. Yes, folks, 49-39. That wasn't the halftime score. That was the full-time score.
Wow.
So
grind, in one word.
Yeah, that was grind. You know what? That was probably more Pistons Spurs.
Yeah, right.
Than anything else. So
I love it.
Really trying to look at Pity here.
Norths are just extending
Getting
in the
handsy
half-court.
Norths, really trying to generate some turnovers potentially. Doing a good job. Already down to 10 seconds here, Manly.
It's good pressure. Got a mismatch again. They need to find him.
That's a great find.
Good help.
Yeah. Unlucky probably not to get a call there, but North survived, pushing in trans. Reversing the ball to McCann. I think he'll look to steady the ship a little bit. Still looking to force feed the ball inside.
Totally.
It's too easy there. And if you're Kevin White there, you probably had a chance to switch out with Kale, who has had a tough time guarding Tolley, I think, for the most part. And I wouldn't say he's in foul trouble, to be honest. So, again, they'll put him in the ball screen here. Dan Pitcher, not afraid to shoot it. And it's back to 5, folks. So, if you're Manly, there's a time when you say, when are we going to throw it inside, potentially, and get an inside-outside?
We said Norths needed stops. They have kept Manly scoreless for the last 3 minutes.
They've force-fed the ball inside as well. So, they're going to do the same thing again here. They're just not... They're not making it complicated. And if you can't stop it... Going for 2.
Tough. Probably a bit tough on Wilkes there. He copped a knock down the other end a couple possessions ago and no call. And I don't think he could have done too much else there. But Bose is so wiry. He's just a handful around the hoop.
Cooper Wilkes and Cale Bolden. Check out his name. Steve White checks back into the game, folks. He hasn't been on since he picked up that hands he found on the base. I don't know when that was. Third quarter sometime.
Yeah, about 2 minutes left in the third.
2 minutes left in the third. Okay.
So he's been out. He'll be fresh. He's been out of the game for about 8 minutes.
Totally, the line knocks the first one. They've done a great job to get back in this game, North. Just could drop it back to 3 here. Back to 3.
Wow. It's been, what's that, 8-0 run? 10-0 run. I think it was 62-49.
Bit of full court pressure as well by McCann here.
Yeah, he's on. No, he's. Oh, tech.
Who's he called the tech on?
Wow,
this will be interesting.
That was quick. Could be on McCann.
I would think so. I would be.
He was definitely wearing.
I would be personally upset as a Manly's whatever it was Kevin. I mean, I would say Kevin.
Well, he was wearing Kev like a glove then.
So
2 fouls on McCann.
2 fouls on McCann.
Personal and a technical.
So technical foul for McCann. 1 shot for Kevin White, and then the ball will go back to the Eagles. And the foul count is 3-1. So I think it's been nearly bonus every quarter. And it might get to that, but it's a little bit less at the moment.
Ooh, can't even get the free throw to drop, Kevy. He hasn't had much love. Soft rims, but they haven't been soft for him tonight.
They haven't been soft for him tonight, have they? No soft rims.
Bit of chirp from one of the boxes down there. Kevy. The North box.
I'd yell at him to post Mike Golding up right now, but I'd probably deafen our commentators, so I'm just going to keep it on the down low here. Oh, got him.
Yeah, that had to be a call.
Yeah. Good strong take. Just caught Nick Blair turning to fight over the on-ball a little bit too early. And then when Steve White goes downhill with his right hand, he's getting to the basket.
Like a freight train.
Yeah, he's getting to the basket. He's like a freight train.
Who is the older of the White brothers?
Kevin is the older of the White brothers.
Kevin is the older.
Kevin just having his first little baby boy. Congratulations to Kevin and Rachel. Quinn, David White. Could be a future baller in the making.
Yeah. Exciting times for Manly.
Yep. It's only as exciting as the White brothers make their free throws, to be honest.
Yeah,
so
correct.
corner three, don't know about that help, and they dodge a bullet.
Big ball.
Great board, and Pitty's sneaking around.
Yep. Jimmy McCann gets it.
And I think can't leave him open here. He's going to this is a big shot by
Goldie.
Mike. I wouldn't be surprised. He's been there all game. Unlucky. Great hands by Nick Blair. Great hands by Nick Blair to fight to keep that alive. And this will be a dagger here if they can get a great look at the ring here.
Can't get it
Another
to
O board. Something's got to give here if you're North.
Wow. What hustle.
And they call a jump ball. And Manly are incredibly lucky to escape. Tolley's come up limping a little bit. Can't imagine he'll be going out.
No. He'll be okay. Just might have copped a knock on one of those boards. It's good hustle from North.
4 points, 63-59 to Manly here. North's bringing that pressure. Again, they will keep the pressure up the court a little bit here. Mike Golding is on Kevin. Anatoli's marked up on Dan Pitcher. And they will go to look in the ball screen here.
Straight into switch.
North's going quite small here. Biggest player on the floor, again, like I said, arguably their two guard. Long two from Kevin White. The biggest player, Anatoly Bose on the floor, really trying to get out of having those issues with the pick and roll. 65-59 to Manly, 3 minutes to go.
Yep.
Again, if you have not launched your application for Dream Hoops, get involved, bnsw.com.au/dreamhoops. So I said Manly by 7. You said triple overtime. Triple overtime is not out of the question here. Your Stangs will be in bed by the time triple overtime's finished, mate.
Yeah.
So
they've been here for nearly the whole game.
Yeah.
I think Manly by 7 could be on the cards.
Could be on the cards. What do you expect from North here in the last 3 minutes? Are they going to do this 1-2-2? Are they going to come and double or?
I think they could extend their pressure, yeah. I think at the same time, if I'm Manly, I'm not too concerned. If the ball's in Kev's hands against pressure, I trust him, obviously. Mm-hmm. Seen it all before. But yeah, I think Norths probably do need to disrupt. At the same time, I think defensively, they've only let Manly score 9 this quarter. So they've done a pretty sound job.
What is the quarter score?
12-9.
12-9 to North?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I think Manly have only had 3 points in the last 4.5 minutes.
North's
just
to
need
inbound.
to get it done on the offensive end now.
North's to inbound on the baseline here. James McCann to bring it up. Dan Pitcher, Keegan Richmond, Kevin White, Jake Brady, Steve White. And again, Manly going pretty small as well. It's always a little bit of a gamble here. Like if you throw like a Cooper Wilkes or a Kyle Painter on the floor, you can potentially do some damage in the post, but again, you're going to get caught out in D. Good D by Stephen White there. It's just Tolley goes to the back down. They look to reach. And look, he can't throw it in the ocean tonight when it's high. But again, I wouldn't be surprised because I said that now. He comes out, it's a step back 3 or something. So they look at a duck in here. Great look.
Steve on the post.
Steve, good D by Nick Blair being physical there. They've let that go, but that's fine. I don't mind that.
Oh,
no, he's fallen over.
Wow.
Oh, I don't know about that help there. Gets downhill to the ring. Mike Golding again. Probably unlucky to get. Stephen, he's fallen on the ball. Yeah.
That's an ouchie.
You can't say too much about those skills there.
I'd say the refs have let him play all game, so they haven't changed the way they're calling.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit of contact there
it's
again.
Definitely a white moment as we say. It's like he's just really, but again, safe. To land on it, no one else is going to get it when you land on it.
True. We didn't get a deflation, I don't think, so that's a positive. Won't need a ball replacement.
Oh, what's North's coming out on this baseline set here? Tolley. Doesn't look to shoot it from the outside too much.
He hasn't. And he has got that range.
Again.
He could. Good.
Great little back cut there.
They just can't make a layup, can they?
Foul call. That is going to put Manly at the line for 2. That is a killer from someone who's had a spectacular game.
So
Dropping their heads a little bit here, North. There's plenty of time left.
Far from over. Manly do have a chance to extend the lead to 8 here, though.
Dan Pitcher at the line. University of New Brunswick in Canada. Somewhere in Canada.
Yeah.
North of the American border. That's where it is.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's where it is, right there.
South of Alaska.
He misses the first free throw. And Manly are letting North hang around with their inability to hit foul shots in the line. Very Manly-esque, if I can say.
Yeah. Makes the second. 7-point lead.
7-point game, 2 minutes to go. Got to get a hand up whenever, and like we said, Linden will still jacket. James McCann is going to get up. Nick Blair puts it up.
Needs it. Doesn't get it. Great. Manly ball.
Manly ball.
North probably need to get into some sort of disruption here, I would think. Face guarding the inbound. He gets it straight. That's the beauty of having Kev as your inbounder. You just throw it straight back to him.
That's exactly right. Again, expect them to just kind of switch everything here, and it's just going to be a matter of them staying in front and communicating here, North.
Good D, Smith Hyde. Travel call.
That's exactly what they did. They stayed in front, kept their hands up.
Forced the turnover.
Forced the turnover. Minute 32 to go here. Now,
this
is where if you're Manly, it looks like they're sitting in there 1-2-2. You've got to be careful that you don't just give someone a wide open triple. Kind of like that, but that's a great read by Kevin, knowing what they're looking for.
Big steal from Kev White. Big steal. Manly still want to look to score here.
And again, here's your opportunity
Good patience,
to
though.
catch him napping.
This really is a crucial
Yeah, I
possession.
think Nick Blair has 3 fouls, so he's going to want to make sure he stays in the game. But again, at this stage, you don't want to give up just a silly, easy bonus foul. Steve White for 3. That's a huge shot. There he is. He's come out.
A dagger from Steve White. The White brothers unite.
The White brothers. They've been playing since 1945.
Yeah.
Probably got about that many technicals between the two of them as well. He's really improved as a shooter since he came back from college, probably like 20 years ago, Steve.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, between him and Luke Cooper back in the old days, man, you could guard those two inside the charge set.
He played with Gazy at college? No, not that long ago.
Not that long ago. Not that long ago. Close.
Close, yeah, right,
If you looked at him, you'd think it was that long ago, right? So, no, Steve and Kevin, both recipients at Alaska Anchorage University, D2 school up north there, the coldest place on earth.
It's a great example, though, of no problem with Div 2 schools. You know, like you've got
no problem with Div 2 schools. And, you know, I guess the biggest thing is, and everybody has their opinions on this, but if you want to play, unless you are
a superstar,
you know, there was a time when half the Boomers team was D2 guys. And you look at guys like Ryan Brockhoff in the NBA now, Bella Parisio, pretty sure he went to.
Yeah.
You know, half of those guys, I mean,
yeah,
you know, just staying to the pathway.
Totally
and that's
agree.
not to say a guy like Jack White at Duke right now
isn't benefiting from being a Duke.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, and that's not. I'm not saying that he loves it or he doesn't love it. I don't speak to him on the regular, but at the same time, what a phenomenal experience. But again, if you know, you can come back and play in the NBL by playing at Div 2 school. But if you're riding the pine, hard to get that experience.
Yeah, correct. And you see more guys just going straight to NBL now, which really is a good pathway, and the pathways for Aussie kids is really improving. Anyway, back to the action.
Manly up by 10, 1 minute to go. Expect North to get something going up here from the three-point line, and they've fumbled it out of bounds. He struggled all game, Lyndon Smith-Hyde. Unfortunately, not able to keep his hands on it there. And if you're Manly, you just don't want to fall asleep. Central Coast trying to get on the court and warm up before the game's finished, it looks like. You probably can't see that on the camera, but they're down there.
Acting like it's
they get something going downhill. Oh, tough spot. I'd bring that double there. Yep. And that's they get away with.
Wow.
Keegan Richmond with the up fake, and you're in trouble if you're North, so you've got to get something going.
They need something quick. Smith-Hyde can't get it to drop.
Everybody running under the ring. Got to make sure you finish with the box out.
He's okay.
Again, this is where you've got to want the ball here if you're Manly. No point in hiding. And they will put another easy 2 in.
Floor. Norths have a chance to potentially talk about what they want.
61 to Manly with 36 seconds left.
The bench is starting to look a bit hyped.
I'm hyped.
You're hyped?
It doesn't sound like it, but I'm hyped.
Good news is we've got another game to go.
We've got another game to go, mate. Did you hear that? That's you.
I hope you heard that.
Who's commentating that game?
We have
I'll tell you who
Scotty
it is. Right
Balsar and David Lane.
Oh, geez, it's a downgrade from us. Isn't
Oh,
it?
well.
2 passengers. That's all right. We can't win them all. We can't do every game. We'd be... Well, their budget's not big enough for a start, if we're being real.
Dribble it out. There is a bit of a difference. So Norths will get 1 possession back. Manly probably still want to get a shot up here. Bose has stopped playing defence. So
73-61. Kevin will jack it up just to let the shot clock run out. And we're going to have a Manly v Sunny Coast or Maitland tomorrow. Just were able to pull away in that gap.
They did.
Norths brought it back.
They got back to 4. But yeah,
look, that foul
Manly
count, 5-1. Got a couple fouls at the end, or sorry, a couple free throws at the end in that bonus that helped them bridge the gap.
I feel like the foul count was kind of just reflective though of the momentum that Manly had. They always just felt like anything North threw at them, they had covered. Manly's defense in the second half was exceptional. And I think that's really what won them the game. To keep North to 61 is a pretty good effort. You're not going to lose against North keeping them to 61.
And ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to apologise for a couple of haircuts on the Manly team. So I apologise if you had to see those heads and look at those. But again, a great game by Manly there to pull out. I'm hyped. I'm excited.
So am I. I'm hyped for a different reason because about to cheer the mighty Mustangs on against the Central Coast Crusaders, the home team. It should be an absolute barn burner of a game. It's a bit of a rivalry between these two teams.
Let's ruin it for the next commentators if people are still listening, which we know they are. What can we expect from the Mustangs here? Who's got to go off?
Well,
or do what they usually do?
Well, last week against Sydney Comets in the elimination final, it was a big 27-point win to the Mustangs at home in front of a 800-plus crowd.
800-plus crowd.
It was chockers. And it's just electric atmosphere, but as I said, the Mustangs shot the ball at 56%. So if they can do that again, then it's a stretch. That would be big. But to watch for them, you've got their 3 key scorers. You've got Dan Milburn, young gun. He was MVP of Youth League, did one last year. Terrell Turner, the point guard, and Isaiah Ellis, our import centre, who just won Defensive Player of the Year. Exceptional defender, but also just as efficient offensively, unselfish, and a real pleasure to watch. For the Crusaders, obviously, you've got the veteran of the Waratah League, Mitch Ruder, who's had an outstanding season, all-star 5 forward. You've got Cal Jenkins, the big guy inside, who's ever consistent, and some young guards there. You've got Cranston Lowe, you've got Ollie Rebillard.
Cal Jenkins, he still looks like he could be 19, right? He's had that beard since he was 19. Right. He probably is 19.
Yeah. Anyway, there should be a ripper. Make sure you stay tuned for the next game. Thanks, Tim.
Mate, it's been a pleasure, guys. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast and enjoy the next game between the Stangs and the Sunny Coast.